Well, hello, model car fans. Welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Raul, and this week I'm getting reacquainted with my Baldwin Motion Manta Ray, or actually it's not really Baldwin, it's just a Motion Manta Ray 1973. This is a resin body and kit that I've been working on, and just kind of going a little slow at it, taking my time, and just enjoying it. But it's it's not a real detailed kit, but I'm enjoying it. It's going to come out looking pretty nice. But I'm just going over it and getting myself, get the interior done, looking at the chassis and some of the things I'm going to do to it, and looking over the wheels and tires. Just basically, picking at it, get something done tonight, basically. But just started to really look it over again. And while it's waiting to get clear coated along with some others, which, it's kind of what the holdup is. But since it's using an AMT 70 Corvette snap kit, which is where this chassis comes from, I painted it black, but I kind of left it alone. It's trimmed. It fits the body, so it does fit in here. And but this is the one it uses, or it's designed to use. The interior fits in it beautifully. But it's got the exhaust molded into it, and it's got the dual exhaust, but the car actually uses side pipes. So I'm kind of, looking it over. It's like, all right, am I going to paint the engine orange, or at least the oil pan, paint the pipes, or remove them because they're kind of cast in. And I think I'm just going to pretty much leave it alone in black, kind of leave this, it's not something I normally would do, but, I'm not stressing too much about it. I removed the exhaust tips because they were showing up under there, and I'll just leave all this blacked out. But the interior I'm going to detail. So that's why I got the dash, the steering wheel, the seats, but there's not a whole lot to really detail on that. But where I'm stuck are these wheels and tires. Resin kit came with a pair of these and a pair of these. They're both Indy profile Mickey Thompsons. Mickey Thompson SS. I can read this one better than I can read this one. But yeah, Indy profile Mickey Thompson SS. So they're pretty much the same, but it looks like they're both cast differently. This one's got some massive bubbles on the back side of it, and it's got wheel backs cast into it where this one doesn't. But I've been trimming these, getting them ready to fit, and they pretty much fit in there, and most of them drop right in. This is the thickest one, so I'll put it on one of these black ones. But some of these are a little bit thinner than the others. But they're mostly fitting. This one seems to be the one that's tight. Something on here. So just having a little trouble with this one. But, some of the wheels fit in there better than some of the others. And, of course, I'm not going to find whichever one it was. Probably this one. Yeah, I think that's the one that fit in there the best. So, I can get it to snap in there, but then pushing it out makes me a little nervous. Use the metal one. So, oh, there she goes. But I got to detail these because you can see the resin in the spokes versus the chrome. So I'll get some black in there and black those out. But like these two, these are pretty nice. But on the insides of these, a lot of bubbles. This one's really not too bad. This one's got a number of them. Also went through my stash and got some wheel backs that are fitting these really nicely. So those I'll be using. They don't fit this axle very well, so I'll have to figure that part out. But that won't be too difficult. But I'll start working on these. But the solution I come to for these is, bubbles like that I usually fill with resin. But since this is going to be crowned, decided that this would be another good use for that Tamiya epoxy putty right here. You guys see me use this in another video. And I got a bunch of questions on where can you buy this. I don't know. So I'm sorry. I've had this for 5 years or more. Matter of fact, this one is literally just about done. There's like that much left of each half of it. But when I bought this stuff, it wasn't available in the US. I was tipped off on trying it. And I had a box and I used it up and I liked it. So like 5 something years ago, I bought 2 boxes. This one's just about done. This box, this is what it looks like new when you get it. I mean, you're talking, there's part A and part B. If you haven't used epoxy putty before, there are other brands and stuff out there, but you know, just cut equal parts and squish them all up. Matter of fact, I got a piece ready right here. Just squish it together till it becomes, you know, one color, and then you can put it in there and then let it harden. But so, you know, my sponsor, Hobby Nut Models, I think he's got some sort of epoxy putty, and there are other people, but the Tamiya ones, I do know I had to order these out of Japan, and I think they took a couple weeks to get here. Them themselves, you know, looking online, $10, $11 currently, but it's the shipping into the US, and especially with all the tariffs going on right now, I really don't know if this can get into the US right now. But even back when I bought this, waiting 3 weeks or more for it to get shipped in from Japan, and literally paying, you know, 2/3 more. So if these were $5 at the time, it probably cost me $30 to get these shipped to me from Japan. So not the most economical or whatnot, but you know, that's pretty much how it is right now. But anyway, that's what I'm using. And the nice part about it is I do have to, well, let's open these bubbles up a little bit more. So, because I got to squish them in there. But this one's really nice. So I've just got like some tiny little spots. Or I can even fill those with possibly super glue. But this one, I already did a little bit of trimming to some of this, but make the hole a little bit bigger, just cleaning the flash off of it. That's what I'm doing right here. But I'm not going to worry about making it perfect. Mainly because this is the inside of the tire. You know, like this looks like it's been filled, trimmed. This needs to be worked a little bit better, but so I'll just take tiny little pieces and we'll shove it in there. Work it back and forth, side to side. Get it in there. And then once you just trim it off like that. Ends up working really nice. You probably use polyester putty too. I'm sure there's probably a bunch of products you can use to do this, but I don't want that under there. All right. So this will be interesting, but I think this is going to work out pretty nicely. But again, these tires aren't perfect. I got to paint them. It's what came in the kit. I went through my multiple bags of tires, and I couldn't find anything that I had that would even be this size, fit it, or even these tires, whatever they were. But they just fit this thing so perfectly. So I'm going to use them. Even though it's a little bit, couple extra steps, doing what I can here. So, all right. A little bit more on that one. Try and get some in that. Now I'm just scraping it off with my thumbnail. Whatever works. And after it hardens, I could sand it even better if I wanted to. Might have to mix some more of it up. It's one thing, not knowing exactly how big this is going to be and how much putty it's going to take to fill it. Let's see, that little piece, I think I can make this just one bigger hole, and that might be a little bit easier for me to work with. Yeah, there we go. That was sunk right into the hole. Of course, this takes hours to harden. So even though this is actually the quick type, they have a slow, smooth type also, which I've never tried. Those of you guys are familiar with that one, let me know what if you liked it or whatnot. But I did see that, looking on there, that Amazon has it on there as well. But it's the same thing. It's from Chinese sellers or Japanese sellers. So don't know how quickly that will actually come. But definitely filled it up a lot better. And then I can rough sand it, smooth it out, but it's definitely better than having those big old holes. But I know once this thing is done, I'm really not going to be showing it. Probably won't be taking it to a show, and if I put it into a show, it'll be in the curbside class. Which, for those you don't know, that's pretty much, they don't pick it up. It's judged as it sits on the shelf. In most cases, not every show is exactly the same as far as what they do or what is allowed. So, yeah, we'll get the couple little ones on this one. There we go. This one seems to want to stick to my finger better than sticking to the resin. When that happens, though, I just lick my thumb, my skin, and then the moisture there makes it a little easier to deal with. And sometimes you can smooth it and blend it too, which is actually what I'm doing right here. But we just need to get a little bit more off of this one. I can let them harden. Take a little bit there. Let's put that spot up here. A bit more of that one. Put it here. Well, I'll let that stuff harden. So kind of a quick little video. We'll see how this turns out, but I'll let it harden. And once I painted black, and it is the inside, the front sides look great. The exposed sides, they look great. So it's just mainly cleaning it up a little bit and a little bit of sanding, but I just didn't want those big old holes there. So anyway, that's gonna do it for that. I'll go to pull out some of my paints and start detail painting this interior and get it all done, and some black in these spokes anyway. But anyways, you guys, just having a little bit of fun, and I'll sign out for the moment. So thank you guys for tuning in, subscribing, and all your comments and everything. I really do appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time.